morning, everybody. You be careful, Jackie, driving to the airport. Good morning, Paige. Christy F. How's everybody doing on this Saturday? Today's going to be the last warm day for us. And guess what? I got an empty house. This is rare. This is very rare. So I thought, you know what? Let's do this. Hey, Rachel. Rachel always comes through just so I can say the name, and I like it. Rachel. Hey, Pixie. Getting ready to see baby girl. I'll be listening. Oh my God. Yes, you enjoy that. I'm up. I'm up. I'm all the way up. Wow. Sorry I missed y'all yesterday. Really busy yesterday. I like to come on about every morning, but sometimes in the evening, that's not always possible though. So here we are today. Georgia Peach, where have you been? I've missed you. I saw you in a chat the other day. I think it was Chasings. Hey, Leon. Good to see you. Speaking of chasing, um, I'm just going to start calling her Tracy with all these chasings around here, by the way. I have tried, y'all. I did a members only the other night, trying to keep up with all of the things going on with Hidden True Crime. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's about as clear as mud water to me. I know not everybody has that same opinion. That is okay. We will not over here in this chat, absolutely lose our minds. Remember, we're not one mind, one self over here. We think for ourselves, and everybody has differing opinions. It'll be okay. Bufords, good morning, hon. Life got busy, but settling down now. Okay, Georgia. Well, it's good to see you back around. Good morning, Wolfie. Did I watch the whole 9 hours? Absolutely not. Can't do it. I got a good bit of it. I did move around, and some of y'all are going to say, well, you got to watch the whole thing. Okay. What I need Lauren to do, is that her name, Lauren? Hidden True Crime? Hidden True, you think you're caught up? Oh, God. Good morning, Archangel. I'm not. I am, but I'm not. So I did have to move around in that 9 hour live. What I would like for her to do, which she doesn't have to, is execute this a little bit better. I'm not saying I'm just like some amazing live streamer here. Don't ever get that wrong. But someone like her, I would expect her to be able to execute better, especially with all the people she has working for her and with her. She could maybe execute within 2 hours, but she wanted to show us everything. You think so, Kiwi? After last night and all the new info story chain, I know. Okay, so Web Sleuths went live. Tamara, I'm glad you're in here, honey. Web Sleuths went live last night. She had Grayson on. She is definitely completely team Hidden True Crime. This little Grayson, she seems like a very sweet young lady, and I don't know. To me, it's way too much. Everybody keeps saying that, Linda. It's a lot. She seems like a very sweet girl. Like she's just working for this lady, and she is a friend too, and she wants to be there for her. Which I understand. I got to tell y'all, there's another live I watched. Besides, I watched Chasing. Chasing goes down these rabbit holes that by the time we're even a quarter of the way caught up, Chasing has been all over. Okay. She's been on TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, and she has done her research. That's what Chasing does. Good morning, Eliza. Yes, you did. I'm glad you posted that, Tamara. Good morning, Lindsay Rose. Mystery. Hey, just Irish. So I did watch Chasings the other night. I did fall asleep though, not because she bored me, because y'all know I go to bed really early. So that's why. Um, but she played a lot of the alleged stalkers TikTok. And if y'all watch Chasings, which I'll drop her link in here in a little bit, I want y'all to watch hers if you can, because she goes over the TikToks. What I found about the TikToks that the alleged, we're going to use, I'm not going to call this lady a stalker. I think that's reckless. Good morning, catering wench. I'm a bush watcher. I'm glad you came out the bushes, hon. Let's see. In my opinion, Chasing went down a rabbit hole with the same spin. I felt she was biased. There, I said it. You're allowed to. You're allowed to feel that way. She may be. What I got from those TikToks, it was so TikTok-ish, with the little microphone, which annoys me. I don't know why they annoy me, but they do. Okay, I'm a TikToker now. I got my little microphone, but she only posted what was that, 5 to 7 TikToks. Oh, thank you, Melissa. 5 to 7. And if you didn't know who she was talking about, you'd been none the wiser. To me, you wouldn't have been. I would have never known she was talking about hidden true crime. I don't even think she tagged the lady. I really don't. Now everybody knows who she's talking about, right? Now there was some things that she did. I'll agree with you. Okay. We'll get into that. The alleged stalker, I'm not really going to call this lady a stalker. Okay. I've got my own opinions on this. She was she petty? Very. And this is what this is starting to feel like to me. Okay? And I understand other people may feel differently. Don't lose it on me. Hurt feelings doesn't no. And I was talking to Pearl about this, and she said being embarrassed doesn't mean that you've been harassed. Now, do I agree with this lady's behavior? The alleged stalker? Absolutely not. She was very silly to me. It was all very TikTok-ish, and it kind of starts to feel like female drama, you know. I guess you'd call this the drama sector. It looks like the real true crime people started getting into their own bit of drama as well. So after watching some of Chasings, and then she dropped a link to another channel, which is called Chasing Justice, which I'm going to play a little bit of hers. Yeah, you did. I've got that pulled up. Because in the state of Utah, I've got that pulled up. What constitutes, or what's the legal definition in the state of Utah under the stalking laws? Course and conduct means 2 or more acts directed at or towards a specific individual, including acts such as following, monitoring, observing, photographing, surveilling, threatening, or communicating to about a person, or interfering with, turned on my magnifying, interfering with their property directly, indirectly, or through a third party. Okay. By any action, method, device, or means. So it looks like to me, yeah, I think we're on the same page. Hey, Cheribolis. Hey, Lisa. It looks like to me, definitely Utah has their stalking laws are a bit different from others. Definitely. And this can be in the workplace. So contacting their employer, co-workers, appearing on their property, sending material like the emails. Okay. Really? I hate that. That sucks. Every time you start to think you like someone, you find out something about them. Eliza, did I surprise you? I missed it. Good morning, sweet sativa. I love Ulta. Hey, didn't see that channel. Truth and Transparent has a 20. Oh, I thought you said 20-hour. A 2-hour minute live discussing the situation with some good and valid points. It does make it questionable. Everything I've looked at, hey Jamal, we have seen the Facebook crazies before. Oh, Eliza says no, not really. I don't think, no. I lost my train of thought because there is some, like I said, this is about as clear as mud water to me. Like I said, I watched Hidden True Crime. Now, some really strange things did happen, like, yeah, the brother, her putting out that information about the brother was very bizarre to me. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Did she actually call Hidden True Crime's husband's work his job at UNLV? Was it UNLV? Eliza, it seemed to cover minor things. I assumed it would be more strict. Maybe, yeah. Lauren is a drama queen and can be in a lot. Okay. Well, let me pull this up. Because I do feel, here's how I feel. I feel a lot of things about this is very messy. Does it constitute stalking? I'm not feeling stalking, y'all. Hey, Dukes. You think so? Okay, wait a minute. There's a delay. You all think this constitutes stalking? Okay. See, I'm still not getting it. I'm not. Yes, and those did Bonnie's journey. I agree with you. That crossed the line. I feel like this community suffers from normalized yeah. Well, and that's another thing. Fear is also subjective, I feel like. Okay. What might scare somebody probably ain't going to scare me. Like, I'm not going to call for security because you came to my table or you're eating at the same place as me. She called the university to see if he was an adjunct professor, I believe. Oh my God. See, okay, you're doing too much now. I feel like some of it went too far. I think, yeah, okay. Here's what I feel like. I feel like, to me, Hidden True Crime, Lauren, I feel like she's more afraid of what's going to be said about her. I think maybe she got a little bit messy with some text messages. Maybe she let some people in her inner circle that probably shouldn't have been there. And some text got out, which is so sloppy. Is so sloppy. We see this all the time, not just in our sector, but when Mad Day comes and you've been talking to somebody behind the scenes, whether it be via direct messaging through Discord or emails. Oh, God, Mad Day. Oh, let me put all your messages out. So we see this happen a lot. Hey, Andy. Hey, Elle. Okay, there you go. Maybe, you know what? That right there. Maybe harassment, but stalking, I don't think so. Hey, Bradley. Hey, Remy. So, Chasing dropped the members only the other night. Yeah, the messages are all out there. This woman, I don't know nothing about her, but she did bring up some points. We're just going to listen to what I do agree with some of what this lady says. Okay. And I will drop her link. Hopefully she doesn't. Well, I don't think she's like going to be a striker because she seems to have the same opinions I do on copyright, free speech, and people abusing the strike system. Hey, Eric. That's where I think it started going bad. The girl saw texts where Lauren called her annoying. Yeah. I noticed in my own state, harassment and stalking almost fall under the same umbrella. Good morning, Nanny Sharon. Sorry. Yeah. We're going to listen to some of what she says.
Cautious and transparent in the things that I'm going to say. So I usually try not to really script these because I don't like to listen to.
Did this lady work in law? Did she work for? I feel like she was some type of attorney. You all will let me know, I'm sure.
Scripted stuff but I am going to kind of rely on my notes and a bit of scripting to tell this whole story. But what I really want to focus on is the fact that we're seeing this rise in what we're calling lawfare.
Yes.
That's people using the law for like a weapon, for warfare. And we're seeing it more
It does,
and more
Tickety.
in the YouTube
Jonesy.
and podcast space. So what is happening a lot of times is that people are
People don't
recording
like her.
creators.
So I don't know her, so y'all don't come for me. I don't know her. Chasing dropped her link in my members only. So I just wanted to hear I want y'all to hear some of what she had to say. I have not followed these people for that long.
And filing these legal actions, not because there's genuine harm,
okay,
but because they want to censor the other creator's commentary or impact of a creator's financial resources, or in some other way chill speech. So some of the things that people are using are civil harassment orders, and we're going to hear about that tonight. People are filing these meritless harassment claims and stalking claims purely based on the fact that a creator mentioned them in their coverage.
Okay, now we are seeing this a lot. And if they don't get an R, y'all already know I have named this the BNN Network. Well, we all have. And also, it's now the restraining order, bitch, you talked about, and I'm going to get a lawsuit. This sector has definitely become that sector. Now, probably not just this one. I'm going to guess there's other sectors that this is happening in. People don't like what you say about them. They'll strike you. And now, who knows? You might get a restraining order. I am noticing an uptick in that, y'all. I am. I really am.
Or said something critical or unflattering about them. They're also making false police reports or misusing police reports,
yes,
exaggerating things to back up and to support getting these harassment civil stalking orders.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
And they're also swatting. Now, swatting is when they are
I do too, Lana.
Calling in fake emergency 911 calls, emergency welfare checks, sometimes resulting in armed police showing up at a...
Okay, this has been going on for a long time. The gaming sector was like the worst for this. These people take their games very seriously. Okay, I know this because my son played games for a long time. Thank God, he's a man now, so he's stepping out of the gaming world. But he was like, Mom, these people are insane. They will have you swatted. I'm like, what? Yes. So we ain't never been swatted. My son was very careful, but still, I seen it in the gaming sector or heard about it.
Creator's door for absolutely no reason at all. And other strategic lawsuits against public participants. These are slaps, they're called.
We've heard that term.
A slap lawsuit is one that...
Slap and anti-slap. My God, have we heard this term?
Intends to censor, intimidate, or silence critics by burdening them with expensive baseless legal proceedings. So bringing baseless kinds of cases against people for the purpose of silencing them because they can't afford to fight these baseless claims. So the goal isn't to win the case. The goal is to drain the other person's resources and coerce them into a settlement or a retraction.
Okay, now this I agree with. We've seen this. I could make some examples. I never agreed with the Brittany J signing on to that injunction. Bull crap. It felt like that was to silence and shut people up. We all know how that ended with an anti-slap.
Many states have instituted anti-slap statutes. Oregon has one. California has one to protect people from that sort of frivolous litigation.
True.
And lastly, a lot of them are misusing copyright and defamation claims. So they're misusing YouTube's copyright strike to take down people who are fairly commenting on a creator. And even when the creator is reporting truth.
The bee is the worst for this. The bee is absolutely the worst for striking you for playing her stuff, which is crazy to me, because if you're worried about anybody making any money off reviewing you, bee, that's absolutely not going to happen. You cuss way too much. It's going to be yellow, I promise. We've seen her abuse the copyright time and time again, simply just to shut you up, to show her power, or what she thinks is power. Don't talk about me. I don't like your commentary, right? But she feels very comfortable taking anybody else's and slapping it up there and not even giving commentary over it. You got little old B Tim over there. Now a dude named Vibrator. Right, Remy, you thought of that too, you know. But anyway, the bee will slap it up there and barely give any commentary. She'll drive off, you know, she'll chase her dogs around. I don't know what the lady does, but she feels very comfortable abusing the copyright.
On something that's a public interest, they harass them and make these sorts of claims and claim to YouTube that they're the creators using their copyrighted material, even though it is fair use. So in one recent case, a YouTuber sued 2 other creators for harassment after they reported on abuse allegations against the first creator. And even though the lawsuit was later dismissed. So it has some real serious impacts on creators. First of all, it ends up that creators end up self-censoring because they're afraid of what to say. So it has a chilling effect on First Amendment speech. And then, of course, the legal claim.
Now, remember, I don't know this lady, so I see some of y'all don't like her, but I do agree with some of what she's saying here. It does have a chilling effect on your commentary. I have felt stifled in this sector also because people are very, very emotional here. I'm telling you, I've had to really tone it down because you'll get caught in your comment sections. People are like, I'm offended. I'm offended. I'm offended. Hell, far. People, relax. Let people just talk. They're not always going to see things exactly the way you see it. And then you start feeling a little bit stifled and your commentary starts to suck. I've seen it with me.
If the legal claim's tied to a YouTube, YouTube's 3 strike system for community violations can mean that a YouTube channel is terminated. And that can have a big effect on people's livelihood. On the other hand, we also need to be speaking the truth about these cases and about what is going on. To all trolls, I am not the one. I don't know what that means, but if you're a troll in my chat, get the hell out. Because we don't tolerate it. And as lovely Melanie Little says, that will earn you a permanent trip to Block Island.
Okay, this lady, what's with these islands, y'all? No more islands. If you have an island, it's just going to go bad. Just don't mention an island anymore, please, and thank you. Yes, welcome back. Everybody welcome our city girl back. She's really struggled, the poor Nunya. Okay. Eliza says, I feel like BJ Granny, the B and BHB has made us jaded to people being harassed. You have a point. You do. They have tried to normalize some really horrible behavior. And so we think this lady didn't have any X, Y, or Z to happen. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm going to let this play.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to be talking about this stuff. I am going to be talking and naming names. If you don't like it, get the hell out of my chat. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people weaponizing the law in order to claim that they're the victims. So the next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about some specifics. So, and this is where I am going to, for the purposes of accuracy and clarity, I am going to use some scripted notes. So I'm kind of rearranging my screen here so I can see more than one thing at a time. One of the cases that I wanted to talk about is our friend Ian Runkle. Those of you who may not know Ian, he is a law tuber from Canada. He reports really extensively on American cases, and he has been fighting a stalking order issued in Illinois by an American lawyer whose name is Jeanette Braun. Braun filed an emergency stalking order.
Okay,
now,
I'm
stalking
so sorry,
orders are issued.
6 Up, if you're in here, that stuff came. Thank you. I'll talk to you about that later. Was y'all able to hear? I want to rewind. Pointing the finger makes her look like a tyrant. I have heard Melanie Little talk about this lady, and I have since. I don't know her. I'm going to rewind just a little bit. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Ex parte. One of the cases that I wanted to talk about is our friend Ian Runkle. Those of you who may not know Ian, he is a law tuber from Canada. He reports really extensively on American cases, and he has been fighting a stalking order issued in Illinois by an American lawyer whose name is Jeanette Braun. Braun filed an emergency stalking order. Okay. Now, stalking orders are issued ex parte. We've talked about what ex parte means before. That means that only one person, the person asking for the order, presents information to the judge. And that's to protect the real victims of domestic violence from, or stalking, from confrontations with their stalkers or abusers.
I'm telling you,
so Peg, historically, domestic violence restraining orders were.
Now, people would have you think that, well, I do think personally with Brittany J, someone did actually send LDS out there. Not everybody agrees with me on that. When it comes to the B and her claims of the LDS, bitch, where's your proof? I haven't seen it. I don't think you told the truth there, and that's my opinion, and I will stick to it. I've never heard of Melanie Little.
Issued to protect the victims of family violence from their abusers. But there was a class of victims who weren't covered by those orders. They were the people who were being stalked, sometimes by strangers or acquaintances who didn't qualify under domestic violence orders. For example,
right.
the Vincent Badaloro case. I'm having trouble with his last name, so I keep wanting to read it. Where he clearly was stalking one of the victims.
Y'all think this is a true crime problem or just probably across the board? It seems like, and Eliza, before I was interrupted, she made a good point. Maybe the BHBs, the grannies, and the BJs have made us desensitized to people actually being stalked and harassed. On the other coin of that, though, also I feel, and I've seen this too, people don't like the commentary or what's being said about them, and they'll go get a restraining order. Or they'll use the law, in my opinion, all incorrectly, to silence you, shut you down, fear. It's like a tactic to use fear and intimidation. I agree with that. That's you make a good point. Because I worry about this being just a commentary channel, review, whatever, talk my shit channel. You got to think about it. I'm trying to think outside of the box here. People getting these orders, whatever they are, all kinds of them. Thank you, Shuby Mom. Sue, always keeping it real. Please hit the like if you forgot. Let me get Shuby Mom something real quick. Thank you, Shuby Mom. Thank you, Shuby Mom. Let's see what Buford says. Hey, Alex. Hey, the real Rockin' Robin. Okay. She needs to invest in a pop filter stick. I am, what's that called? I have it, sounds I pick up on, mouth sounds. Man, please drink water if you've got that problem. All right. Chasing says, I think it's the internet. It's made people a lot more crazed and brave than they should be. I always say this. Yes. The internet gives cowards an outlet. It really does. People that feel very emboldened to say things they probably would never say if they were in your face, right? Of course. Of course. You're behind a screen, you're behind a keyboard. That's why I suggest you be yourself on here. Don't try, it's like Clue and Cletus. To me, they try to be shock jocks. A lot of people are impressed by the things that Clue says. I find her corny and washed up. Okay, just be yourself, please. Texas girl, you've been a member for 6 months. Thank you so much. Let me get you something. Let me get you a thank you. Let's get this one.
Ziggy! Hi, Ziggy! She doesn't remember that when we were talking about her husband? And I said her husband was handsome, and she was like, thank you, my husband is.
Yes, okay. MFW, I agree with that. That's why I said in the beginning, I wish that live would not have been 9 hours. Now, I understand she had a lot to get out. This had been going on for some time. But a 9-hour live, you lose people. We have a short attention span. Please execute if it's something that serious, execute it within 2 hours at least. Because personally, it's clear as mud water to me. And the way she stared at the camera, it was very performative. I'm not saying some of these things that happened to her were right. They were horrible. They were wrong. The brother and her husband, all that stuff going on. Whoa, way too far. Like, excuse you, who do you think you are going that far into somebody's life? But what I want you to do is tell me this without staring at the camera like that. Yeah, okay, it's a little intense and it seems a little performative just to me. Good morning, fur baby. I feel like there would have been a better way to tell this story, and she hasn't done another live since. Well, hell, I don't blame her. 9 hours, that's got you for a good month. It was, I mean, the way she stared at the camera just was like, it wasn't doing it for me. It felt performative. She kind of put me in the mind of, I'm just going to keep it real. People feel how they feel. I don't care. She kind of reminds me of Nonsense. Just a little bit. The way she stared at the camera, the verbiage was very performative. And the way she just, that stare. God, I got to get my webcam fixed so I can show y'all better what. Hey, Deborah. The bed scene. Oh, it will never not be weird to me. Y'all listen, looky here. It will never not be weird to me when people film themselves crying. Now, it's just me personally. Why are we crying and filming? If I'm crying, just get out of my way. Definitely don't film me. I'm definitely not going to film myself. That seems like what a lot of younger people do now and post it on TikTok to complain about their parents. Mom yelled at me to clean my room. Narcissist. Just my personal opinion. Just my, you all know, if you know, you know. If you watch TikTok, you see these young kids on there now. They have learned new buzzwords. Narcissist is, every parent's a narc now. Mom yelled at me to clean my room. Narcissist. Okay.
These were the kinds of people who were following victims, prowling their houses, and in general, making them uncomfortable and fearful. In some cases, they were people who threatened victims with violence if they didn't pay attention to the stalker. So now let's talk a little bit more about the specifics in Ian Runkle's case. Jeanette Braun is a lawyer, lives in Illinois, and bills herself as somebody who represents creators and influencers. She talks about copyright work and copyright strikes and gives people advice about fair use and all of those sorts of things.
See,
so
it's clicking people off. The 9 hour you see, well, damn, no, it was 9 hours. Oh, I hate malignant narcissist. If I hear that, I'm gonna puke. Like how someone went to the Proudfoots with night vision. There you go. Gaslighting, triangulation. We're hearing a lot of buzzwords now, and I don't think people actually know the definition of them. Look, I'm just an old country girl, so I'm just going to shoot it to you straight without a lot of, buzzwords coming at you. If I use one, I mean it.
She drew substantial criticism from many other lawyers on YouTube and on TikTok when she represented a woman called Lauren Propson. Now, all these names, everything I'm telling you is in the public record. I am not outing anybody. I am not disclosing anything that is confidential or is outside of what is in the public record. So Lauren Propson had a channel called Lauren the Mortician. And Lauren the Mortician brought a suit against a creator called Caffeinated Kitty.
Oh my God. More lawsuits, y'all. More lawsuits. Did I see Hoodie? Yes, I did. The crying thing is weird. They had to go through setting up the camera, lighting, find the perfect spot to film. Thank you. By the time I would be over there crying in something. Look, if you got to set up a cry scene, I'm not feeling it. Personally, just me.
Now, Jeanette joined in this lawsuit as a plaintiff, and they were both claiming defamation. Lauren and Jeanette alleged that Caffeinated Kitty called out Lauren for being a TERF. This was a term I'd never heard before,
What's
but
that?
Apparently it means trans exclusionary radical feminist. I don't even have any.
Okay, no, we ain't getting it. No, we ain't talking about that. Let's move along.
Infringement, yada.
Oh, damn.
All the things that were in the cease and desist letter. So when that petition was filed, Ian Runkle reviewed the petition in a YouTube episode on his channel called Runkle at the Bailey. He commented about the advisability or lack of advisability on filing the suit.
All right, let me stop sharing. Let me show you something else. So I do agree with some of her points. I do believe you all. She's probably done some horrible things. I do not disagree. So last night, Web Sleuths went live. I'm not going to play a lot of hers. I don't know her. I've heard of her. I don't know if she's in the biz striking. I don't trust YouTubers anymore. You say something they don't like, you're going to get struck. Sassy says, Alda, you made me feel uncomfortable. Was wow. Then she's scared of her, but waving at her. Yeah, that confused me too. All right. So Web Sleuth had Grayson on last night. Grayson works for Hidden True Crime. She's going to talk a little bit. We're not going to play this whole thing.
Been with her through this whole ordeal. And again, what we are talking about here tonight, these are Grayson's feelings.
Yeah,
and,
she was, Remy.
Her talking about her experiences while witnessing. Yeah.
So with that in mind, I got to think this woman would hate me.
All of this. Okay, she doesn't speak for Lauren. These are her personal feelings. But I'll tell you, Grayson comes with the receipts. There's no question about that.
Yeah, 24.
Whatsoever. Did you find it?
No, but I'll find it.
Okay, you're fine. Take your time. Because I got 8 bazillion things here that we can talk about. And Susan Stricker said the fact that UNLV would give out any info is disturbing. I don't know how much info they gave out.
Okay. Did UNLV give out any of Lauren's husband? I think his name is John. Was his information given out? Trish won't strike. Thank you, Chasing.
But the person admitted to doing it. And remember what Megan was it Megan last night, Stacey, that talked about how this woman thought he had a PhD in philosophy, that she didn't understand what PhD
Yes.
PhD meant. Yeah.
Yes, it was Megan.
Yeah, and she said, she thought, a PhD is it means that you're a philosopher of this topic. You know so much. You have a PhD basically, and she thought he thought a PhD in philosophy.
PhD means you
That's
have
not how it works.
accomplished everything in that field that you're in. Like you're at the top. But let me make sure. I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure that's what that
So
is.
anyway, I don't know why they did that.
Here
That's
we
just
go.
very, very. Oh, let me just read this one thing. Sorry, that was wrong. I just want to say hi, Susie B. Whenever I see that B, I think it's so cute. So anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so you did find it. Okay, so this is a statement that was going to be presented in court, or was it presented in court?
No, this was the stalker, just a sentence of the stalker's declaration.
Okay, declaration, right.
She's talking about Lauren's goal is to quash her efforts to investigate and report truth and exercise her free speech rights under the First Amendment. For example, Matthias often makes claims regarding her husband's credentials as a psychologist.
Yeah, a PhD is a doctrine. What involves some PhD programs begin with classes in your chosen field. Anyway, you've reached the top of the top if you have a PhD.
An adjunct professor at University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV. However, I learned that UNLV has no record
Yes.
of Matthias' husband serving as an adjunct professor, which Matthias appears to acknowledge in her declaration she did not. I created a video discussing this issue and posted it for public information.
Yes,
If I recall
generally.
correctly, in Lauren's declaration, she said that he supervises students. That is
Right.
an adjunct professor. You guys also saw a thing on screen the other night, if you watched Lauren's live, where she shows from a director. I can't remember this woman's exact title, but she's a director at UNLV, and she did say that he was an adjunct professor. John has earned that title. Adjunct professors at UNLV are not staff members; they're voluntary.
I didn't know what an adjunct professor was. Did you all? Adjunct? Am I hearing this word wrong?
Right,
So
exactly.
while he does work at UNLV, he does work at UNLV
Mhm.
for supervising students. He might not get paid for it because it's a volunteer
Right.
position, but he is
And-
an adjunct professor.
So
So that's not investigating and posting truth. That's actually defamation.
Yeah, that's posting something that isn't true and not understanding the questions that you're even asking. you know.
Right.
And so so she posted that, which was not true.
What
And,
is that?
Again, that was from her declaration.
Mhm.
Hey,
And
Kraken.
see, I don't know how these things work. Do you get to respond
Things
to
are
that?
not
or-
connecting, Remy. Nothing is connecting. Thank you. And that's how I'm pretty much going to sum this up. A thank you. Adjunct means you don't have tenure. Thank you, Ronnie G. I appreciate that. I'd never heard it before. I don't pretend. I hate when people do that, like they know exactly what everybody's talking about. There's some words I don't know, like adjunct professor. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too. So thank you for that definition. I think the girl is unhinged, but we may be a little desensitized after. Yes, you're right. I agree with that. And Eliza feels that way too. We could be desensitized, y'all. I'm not sure. But also, like I said earlier, fear is subjective. What she found to be scary and called for security. Looky here, y'all. That's just not the way I move. I am never calling for security on another female. It's just not how I move. Look, you want to throw hands or something. What are you doing? You'll need security by the time you're done with me. I promise you that. But for me, I mean, she pulled a Kenya Moore. If you know, you know. Security, come get, please get her out. Okay, well, it was a little Kenya Moore for me. Yes, she did. No, she was not wrong about that. Yeah, ChatGPT gets us through these days. But adjunct, yeah, I wouldn't have known. So when she did that, I was like, okay, girl, that's a little much. This seems a little Karen-esque to me. Kenya Moore. Over the top. And I like I said, fear is subjective. What frightens one probably won't frighten me. I just don't have a lot of fear. That's probably something that'll get me in trouble one day. Actually, it already has. Most universities have staff pages. They do, with all their credentials. Yep, they sure do. It wouldn't be hard to figure out. So anyway, if you know, you know. I forgot what got me there. But yeah, so now we have Grayson, and she's able to come up and talk about some things, but she has to be careful about what she shares. And then we got Stacy / executive producer. Does Stacy also work with Hidden True Crime, y'all? Hey, thank you. Happy holidays. Okay, I got to really be careful with this mouse. Yeah, we got 220 in here. If you all don't mind, if you haven't already, please hit the like. I can see the level of unhinged and spiteful in this. That's it. I could see that when Chasing was playing it. I was like, okay, you're a petty bitch. You're very immature and you're feeling yourself. I don't know if it's that microphone, but that microphone could be stuffed down your throat. Anyway, I'm getting too violent. She was over the top, just too much. And Chasing was like, well, don't pay attention to her mannerisms. That's hard not to do, Chasing. I don't like that little girl. I'd smack fire out of her. But yeah, she was spiteful. But I also, in watching Hidden True Crimes 9-hour live, which I did jump around, I'm honest there, I just felt that was very performative too. It feels like there was text messages getting out there, emails. Hey, Matt, good to see you, hon. You gonna leave that message, ain't you? Let me get you something, hon. I need some new ones. You know what? Let's do a happy dance. Well, you're not a new member, but you are a member. Thank you, Mac. Good to see you. It's been a while. I was wondering about you. Let's see what Jamal says. It's the Pantene oil treatment. Shiny hair will have you feeling yourself. I'm feeling myself. I know, Chasing. And you gave the right advice. Look, don't pay attention to this girl. Just listen to this girl. But I can't help but notice what I noticed, just like I couldn't help noticing what I was noticing with Lauren from Hidden True Crime. It does. Body language plays a part in reading people, in my opinion. Yes, you damn right. Okay, but that's me. That's me and you. I'm going to make your life a living hell. You're going to hate me. Like you're going to wish you never even stumbled across me the way I'm going to get you. Okay. And I don't like to get down in the gutter or to the depths of hell with you, but restraining orders and all that, that's just, but then again, we like to say too, and I'm aware of this, y'all. I am. What we would do in certain situations, but you don't know until you're in it. Thank you, Tickety. Me fifis are desensitized. Go buy Bunny food. I did. I got him something yesterday. I got him his Timothy egg and some little tiny carrots. Hold on. Let me get you something. What's this one?
Thank you.
Oh, there's Zero Jules. Thank you so much, Tickety. No, I meant for my first video, I had to just hear them. It's probably a good way to handle it because when I watch people, their body language tells me a lot. And we're going to go over a little bit more of Hidden True Crimes. If y'all know the timestamp to the bed scene, could y'all let me know? Can you drop it? Because I've lost it and I cannot find it in that 9-hour live.
You know, I'm not like super familiar with like the whole court process, but you write from what we went through or my, kind of how I was involved in this. You make your initial claims to the court with declarations and supporting evidence showing why, and then you can add follow-up.
Yes, it is.
Landry. To it, right. And
your lives matter.
So yes, you can make follow-up declarations that show more of what's going on.
Right. Okay. Okay. So this is just one. This gives you an idea of the mindset here. This person said this was her, free speech, constitutional right. Free speech doesn't give you the right to post misinformation, to say things that are not true. That's not free speech.
I agree with that.
That damages the person. That can damage a person's reputation. It can damage their ability to earn a living.
Yeah,
I agree.
Very scary. It's an
I do agree with that. Free speech doesn't give you the right to be out here lying on folks. I mean, you can, but you may face a lawsuit yourself because there is something called defamation. Now, with defamation, you have to, that's going to be a hard one, though. You got to prove it. You got to prove it. Yeah. Oh, it's at the beginning. Thank you.
Existential threat to somebody's career.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, anyway, go. Please
Sorry.
continue.
I'm
So,
hitting the mic. I'm not used to being behind.
We are going to go over that bed scene. Let me find it. I'm going to let this play just a little bit. Fair use, educational.
The camera.
I know. I know. I love it. I love it. And you're doing great, by the way. You're doing great. I want to make sure you don't get really upset and stressed out. So, because I want this to be your time. This is whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to get off your chest.
Yeah.
We're here. Okay.
I wrote a little list, which I did talk to you about.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
And let's see. I do want to talk about this. In smear campaigns, often Lauren got a lot of messages that say, you know what you did. Everyone knows what you did.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want us to hear this part, and then we're going to skip over to the bed scene, which is very weird. Okay, let's hear this part, though.
Yes, exactly.
When somebody is being called evil, or that everybody knows what you did, or you're horrible, it damages you. You begin to question yourself. Who am I? What did I do?
What did I do? What did I do? You go through your whole life. What did I do?
And so that goes into, and I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but that goes into how vulnerable somebody must have been to be willing to hand over 6 years of their messages to me. And say, please go through all of these.
Lauren did that, gave those you message, and that's pretty amazing. You know,
I did.
Really
I spent a lot of nights going through every single written correspondence she's had with anyone for 6 years.
Everybody wants a safe space now. That's why I'm stifled, or if I've expressed to y'all, I felt stifled sometimes in this sector, which was way different from my old one. That's right, catering wench. I felt stifled because people here are a little bit different. I don't know. Y'all are pretty cool. I like my subscribers. I mean, I see y'all keep returning, and y'all aren't like, you know, a bunch of Karens in here like, oh my God, I'm so offended. Thank you for that. I do appreciate that. But it's what it, yeah, I think we've created a lot of safe spaces, the internet did. It's like, you know, my feelings are hurt. I don't like that. I don't like that. I think we're getting a little silly with safe spaces.
What did you find? What did you come away with? What did you think?
You know, I told Lauren if there was anything of concern, and she went to those people and made apologies. Whether or not they received anything, she made apologies. But I also found that Lauren's a lot funnier than I actually knew. She has a sense of humor. She's human.
She does. Yeah, I would have been surprised by that too, Grayson. I would not think that lady had a sense of humor at all. She does do really good coverage, though. Like, I watched her during the, oh, God. What's her name? Never mind. Anyway, she did really good coverage. She's who I went to for a lot of information on it.
Like all of us. What she might have felt in 1 minute might not be what she feels in the next.
There you go, Zero.
But who would want to give over 6 years of their messages to anybody to read? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I'm the first one to say, not mine.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't.
Not because it's horrible.
Okay, 6 years of messages. I agree with that. Like, you probably ain't going to like what all I've said in 6 years.
Well, but it's just personal.
But also, think of this. Do you remember? Do any of you in this chat remember what you said 5 years ago to this day on a chat?
No.
Do you have any idea what your conversation was about? So when somebody's basically threatening you that they have that all your messages are being released, like you literally are like, what could I have said in 5 or 6 years?
Okay, and that would annoy me. And I've been through it, actually, not to this degree of 6 years of personal messages, but ask us jerks about a Discord leak. Ask us about it. You know what we did? We found a way to get through it and make light of the situation, find humor in the situation. But I imagine her messages are way more serious. I think she had done some shit talking to some people that are in the same sector. They do me too. I don't like a vindictive bitch. Yes, Lana. I don't like a vindictive bitch. They better make you nervous.
Say.
That's very scary. You don't know.
I don't know.
And then when
I don't know
everybody's
if
telling you
it's
you're
scary. I think the term scary is kind of being thrown around. That's like really scary. Really? No, you know what's scary? When you walk outside early in the morning and a mama bear and 2 cubs are out there. That's scary. Okay. And I'm out there with a robe with a pot and a wooden spoon. Okay. Because I'm protecting my young too.
horrible and that you're bad,
That's scary.
you might start to believe it about yourself.
Sure.
It was really hard to see that with Lauren. I saw her self-esteem go down.
It
I
plummeted,
saw
yeah.
her
Morning,
become a different person.
Tara.
I think we're all changed from this. I'd be lying if I said I think our lives are just going to go back to normal and we're just going to be the same people we once were. I don't think any of us ever will be.
Nope, your DNA has changed because of this. I guarantee it.
Very
It's sad.
DNA
It's
is
sad.
changed.
Yeah.
So
I don't
this
know.
is going on. I'm sorry, please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
She say that your DNA has changed. I don't agree with that. All right, we're going to stop sharing right there. I'm going to pull up something else. Thank you all for letting me know that the bed scene was in the very beginning. I'm telling you, I was all over this live. I'm pulling it up. Okay. Let's see what Eric says. The only problem I had with Lauren was her staying in fancy hotel rooms while donations victims of crime families members had to watch from home because they couldn't afford to go. Oh, I don't like that either. Sounds scary for the bear. Okay, let me pull up share screen. And I want to know your all's opinion on this. I really do. And it's okay to have differing opinions.
Thank God. And the next step to that, after filing a civil stalking injunction, is to hope to make it permanent.
Now, she did get one. She did get one, right? Am I right, y'all? She did get a restraining order on this woman. And then I guess she wanted to get a permanent one. She redacted it because Law and Crime was going to have, I can't say access no more without thinking about nonsense, have access and play it themselves. Then she retracts it. Lauren is a public persona. I think she has a need to be liked by everyone and overreacts. I agree with that. That is something I noticed. That's something I noticed in her. Okay, Cammie's never liked her. Sounds sort of entitled to me too, Dukes. I did pick up on that. She got a temporary. It's what I thought. All right, let's watch this.
Was going to be on Thursday. And then do you know what happened?
This I don't like.
Somehow, someone decided to let Law and Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. And Law and Crime decided that they deserved to have cameras in the courtroom.
Okay.
While I am explaining what my family has been going through for months.
Do y'all know when I first started watching this, I thought she had actually been, in my opinion, and what my opinion is, of stalking. I thought, oh my God, where she covers these true crime cases. Maybe a member of one of the family members has now started stalking her. And I'm like, oh, I'm so invested, right? That's where I was in the beginning. Things start to change.
The Law and Crime, I don't know, is it a slow true crime month? They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed on their trial channel. I'm a limited public figure.
Limited.
I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. And yes, I've become a limited public figure. I'm not Johnny Depp. I'm not Amber Heard. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family and my little boy.
I would imagine that's how they feel too, but they know as public figures, they no longer have any type of privacy. But I imagine it's still an annoyance to them. Wouldn't you all imagine? And my Paul's game is really on it. Yeah.
Boy. And I am a journalist who has never, ever in my life heard of anyone streaming a civil stalking injunction. Ever. It is not something you do. And why? Because it's someone that is being abused,
Pearl.
that is
Oh
attempting
my
to
God.
escape
There's Pearl,
something.
y'all. Let me see what Pearl said. Look, I'll be the bitch here. Maybe I have been more moved by this lady's emotional close-up if more of her face actually moved. That's actually a good point. It doesn't move, barely. It's very pointed. It's very tense. I don't like the way she's looking at me, to be honest.
Something dangerous. I never
They did
wanted to do this
BHBs too.
live,
I'm just a YouTuber. My dad's on a cruise.
but because of what Law and Crime did, I had to dismiss
Exactly.
my civil stalking injunction
Yes.
because I am never, ever going to let my child's mental health be live streamed for entertainment.
Okay. This is where, when I found out more, I got to be honest. I got to keep it real with y'all. This is when I was like, excuse me, your child. Because the more you find out, the more this unravels, you kind of start to see this is kind of between some women and their petty drama. And then I'm like, what? Your child. Yeah, I see what you're trying to do here. And I personally don't like it. Okay. Personally, I don't like it. I don't like when people use their children. Okay. Is this when you say stalking? I want to have the actual definition. Like, this person is coming by my house. They were outside my window last night. Not that they made some TikTok videos. Not that okay, I do not agree with what this lady done. Don't get me wrong when it came to the brother and her husband's job. But when I hear the word stalking, ma'am, I want it to be an actual stalking situation, or then I'm going to kind of look at you a little different. Not everybody has to agree with that. I understand. Hey, Stars.
And I find it disgusting.
Exactly.
Anyone would want to do that to me or my family. A civil stalking injunction. My 8-year-old's mental health is not.
Really, Bufords. See, and you all help me out a lot here too. I'm finding out a lot through you all as well, because y'all have done your own research and went down these rabbit holes. I'm not going to scare my child either. That's just me though. I did not know that, Bufords. Damn, people are so filthy. They can't keep nothing to a platform anymore. They can't just review shit and keep it moving. They got to get all weird.
Your entertainment. I wanted to keep this private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain,
the alleged
that I have been dealing with behind the scenes.
I cannot remember her name. I'm sure Chasing knows. I can't remember her name.
For months. I wanted to keep it private. Not live streamed to millions of people watching Law and Crime.
I probably am, Eliza. I think you're thinking of stalking as a threat to physical well-being and overlooking mental well-being. I could be. I mean, yes, does it affect people mentally? Yeah, but stalking, I guess when I hear the word stalking, I'm thinking, wow. I mean, you can be stalked via the internet. I agree with that. But I guess I'm thinking, because it's such a strong word, and she refers to her as her stalker a lot. I guess I am looking at it as a physical threat. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. You're right.
And so, if Law and Crime thinks that my family's pain and emotional turmoil is worthy to be on their channel, that they're going to be pool, which means they can share it to all media platforms. This is just for everybody.
Oh,
Then I'm going to
that's
take
awful.
back my narrative,
It's way too much for.
and I'm going to own
Hey, TP.
my narrative, and I'm going to tell you
Yes, I can,
everything
Captain Obby. Yep,
tonight.
I got you.
We're going to go through every filing. We're going to go.
Don't worry, y'all. We're
gonna go
not
through
going
a
to
lot.
watch all this.
So get ready. My hand has been forced. I'm very uncomfortable sitting here,
Okay.
but the reason and where I have found my bravery to do this is really, again, for my little boy.
All right. Captain Obby, the actual, and I just want the actual definition of stalking. And we'll get into the other, like internet stalking as well. Stalking is a pattern of unwanted, repeated behavior that causes a reasonable person to fear for their safety or the safety of others, or to suffer substantial emotional distress. This course of conduct can include the following: monitoring, threatening, or communicating with a person. And it is the effect of these actions, not isolated incidents, that defines it as stalking, which is course of conduct, cause of fear and distress, unwanted and repeated behavior, includes various actions. Okay, here we go. Stalking can involve a wide range of behaviors, including communication, phone calls, text, email, social media messages. Agree with that. Proximity, following, loitering near a home or workplace, or making direct approaches. Surveillance, monitoring, observing, or surveilling the victim. Threats, verbal, written, or implied threats. Interference, interfering with the person's property. Here we go. So it covers a wide range. So what I'm looking at is stalking, well, the actual definition is not compared to mine.
Do you want to know a wrath of a mother? Here I am.
Okay, let's get to the bed. That did not sound right.
Don't worry, we'll never share this, but I want you to know there's hope. I want you to know that there's
her,
hope.
I would imagine.
And you have talked so passionately about now helping people with cyberbullying that maybe one day, like as a journalist, you need to start recording this process and what you're feeling. So trusting Grace and knowing that she'd hopefully never make this public without my permission. And it was my phone. I said, yeah, okay, whatever, but don't ever show this to me.
Well, yeah, the alleged stalker, maybe it would have been better just to go to she did go to the police, and she shows that. She actually shows the woman is served, and she's told, you're not allowed to go around this lady. Oh yeah, I got Utah's. Thanks to Eliza. She sent me Utah's. Yeah.
Anyone. But I watched it, and we are going to watch 20 minutes of it before we begin.
Too.
So you guys can understand just a bit of what I've been going through.
I would too, Jeep Girl, without all the pomp and circumstance that she did on TikTok, because that annoyed me. Look, I could be taking this all personal too, because I don't like the way you're executing things. I'm not, yeah. The TikToker annoyed me with her little microphone and her, those stupid quotes that everybody uses to give a message instead of just coming out with their own message. That annoyed the shit out of me.
And it's not all of it, but it's 20 minutes of a video. It's very, very raw. I'm feeling very vulnerable. And I feel like this is very, very important. Because if I'm going to do this live, I'm going to do it honestly.
I hate that.
This is going to be a very honest show. So, and then after that, we'll go through everything else. So let's watch this.
Whether or not this goes through, I don't know.
Okay, this is interesting.
I think that's where I think I'm willing to start talking. Because I always just want to do things right. When they go low, you go high, and just do things right and rely on maybe responsible people to help.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's going to happen in this situation, and that's okay. But if it can't happen in this situation, that no laws or legal things can help me. Because I at least want to like finally talk about it, even with my boys.
I'm gonna slow it down so we can actually
Share what's been
understand.
happening. Because I do want to help with like cyberbullying now. And I know that I'm a public figure.
She said she wants to help with cyberbullying.
Just stop for a second. I was like really zen.
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on.
Look, same doing it for me. I'm not saying that this woman did not suffer some. I'm sure things happened. Yeah, I do not take that away from her. Like I said, the whole brother thing was very disturbing to me. Calling the husband's job, whether it's public information, just all of it's wrong. So I know that she suffered some type of duress. I understand this, but this bed scene does not do it for me. Personally, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna hush. I feel like I'm being
Sorry. I
led
can't
on.
really process something. I don't know.
I feel like I'm being led. Manipulated. Emotional manipulation.
John. And I want John.
John's her husband.
But
Okay, but ma'am, this seems like a very personal, private moment. I don't understand why this was. It's like she is dedicated to showing you all. Like, look, here is what. Look what happened to me. I had to sit in the bed, cry to my friend. Forget the lights. Don't worry about all the things you don't see in this clip. Yes, we set up. Okay, there's a ring light. There's a well, I don't think there's a microphone. Well, there probably is. You know, forget the setup. Forget the production of it all. I don't like this, y'all. This seems like a very personal, private moment I would not have shared with any of y'all. It's personal.
I'm worried about my son. Fuck. But
I hate it, Pearl. Most people don't. Reality TV, yep. It sure is. Yes, Shy 82, Sly 82. That's what I'm feeling. I know it's going to make some of y'all mad. That's what I'm feeling. It's like, let me get ahead of something here. And I already said how I do feel some of the things that were done to her were inappropriate and wrong. But this, I'm feeling manipulated. I don't like it.
Everything will be okay. It really will. But I'm
You
like a
think so,
really
Kitty?
resilient person, in my opinion.
I think she's scared of something. I do think she's scared of something. But what she gave in this 9-hour live did not do it for me. But I do think she's scared of something.
It's texting.
You're good.
What?
You're good.
Is it John?
Mm-mm.
Okay, doctor, that makes sense. Oh, not today. That's for your doctor. I get that. If you don't remember oh God, my memory is shit. I got to write everything down now. That I understand, but you're not going to put it on a public platform.
It's actually your biggie.
And it's gonna be okay. But
Yeah, she is. That's what it feels like, Dukes.
I don't know what to say. Other
I
creators.
don't think she handles conflict with others well. Yeah, we're all doctors here. That's right. No, are you going to play? No, she's not going to play it on YouTube. It's for her doctor, right? Yeah, no, not to release. Exactly. You think she's crazy scared? I think she's scared of conflict. I think once like some of her text messages started getting out there, and anytime she was confronted, that scared her. I don't think she likes being confronted. If she is scared, that's fine. There were clearly reasons for concern. There were. But I think that the message gets lost with the other extra info. It's a tactic people use to muddy the waters. Thank you. That's how I feel. This is a tactic. And if you all don't know this, look it up. This is a tactic. Yep.
Haters calling people I care about to tell them lies about me, slut shaming me.
Slut shaming you? What? See, that confused me. What? Slut shaming you? Who slut shamed her? And why would that be in, like, slut never came to my mind when hearing all this stuff, but this is what she says. Okay.
One woman is going around saying I lived with her brother, which, by the way, if I had lived with some random dude in East Idaho, who the hell cares? But this is a guy I went on a single date with, never kissed, but now I've lived with him. What else?
Okay, it seems like a lot of gossip has started about her, which she's not liking. Is New Jersey Robin in here? Thank God. Let's see what Robin's saying. Yes, Robin, I'm glad you're here. They said she slept with a guy years ago. My God. See, to me, this is like some nasty women drama. Like women they get so foul with each other when they fall out with each other. That's what it's giving.
Finding out, like I said, fellow podcasters are calling people that I know
Hey, Muffin.
to warn them about me and tell them that I had an affair on John.
Yep.
With an investigator in the Daybell case that
was so
John knows really well and is friends with. That. I mean,
It's been unending.
Georgette.
The things I've had to continue to clarify every day. And then when I finally feel like I get a hold of it, so it's not just like the cyberbullying that's public, it's what's going on beneath the surface. That's so cruel. And none of these people have been willing to reach out to me, like fucking reach out to me.
See, that right there, like, see, nobody knows what's going on and no one's reaching out to me. Fucking reach out to me. If they don't know what's going on, how do they know to reach out to you? What I feel like happened is her messages got released and she said some shitty things about some people and they're not reaching out to her and she don't like it. Here's my question. If people came to you about me and I'm super respected, would you believe it or would you come to me? I'd come to you. I don't have a problem doing that. Honestly, I don't. You probably, if you know me, you know. I'm sure this is massive in her life, but that TikTok girl had a tiny presence and reach until Lauren revealed it to all a bigger audience. She did, Pearl. I agree with that. Now I'm coming to you. If you're so respected and everything, and I hear something so horrible, I'm going to ask you, do you have the right to tell me to mind my business? You do. But don't cry and say, come to me. Robin says, it was a long, yeah, it was 9-hour live. What confused me, if she did not want to be public, why put it public? That's a good question too. I hope she has not shit-talked any victims privately. There you go. I don't think her son should know what's going on. I don't think anything else matters. Yeah, something is off to me, in my opinion. I know everybody's not going to agree with that, but it's not doing it for me. Even the bed scene, like I said, it'll never not be weird to me. People filming themselves crying to put on any social media platform.
People that know me, that I've been kind to, are going behind my back, telling people lies about me. No evidence.
Yeah, I don't think we have the
never mind that they're supposed to be journalists. You have Lori Hellis, someone I've been good to that I've never brought up before. I was always good to her.
Y'all are going to have to let me know who Lori Hellis is. I'm going to let this play. I'm going to run to the ladies' room. I'll be right back.
Claiming that I gave out 10,000 copies of her book and she's telling everyone.
Oh!
To the point where we got to get an attorney.
Okay, I know what this is about. We'll get into it when I get back.
But I've never sent out free copies of her book to anyone, ever. Telling the person that originally sent it to me that I did that to them. And then, of course, when she accuses of that, I then send it to our attorney. I guarantee you none of you received a book copy of Lori Hellis's book from me, despite allegedly 10,000 people. The idea that we were purposely changing our time, by the way, too. No, we had to get a babysitter. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But it's like what this group mob mentality has been doing is taking all these old beefs and they're reaching out to them. And there was a whisper campaign is the best way to say it. It's adult bullying, it's group bullying. It's believing without seeing. Screenshots of mine have been shared. Some when I've been angry at other creators. Got over it later. Those have been being shared.
Okay, I think this is important. Let me rewind.
It's taking all these old
Let me
beefs
see what
and
y'all
they're
are saying real quick. Still confused? Yeah. Let's see what Chasing say. Nope, not today. Says L. Every dating profile I read is a kind. Yeah. Yes, despite acknowledging her feelings and distress, something. Yes, Lana, I agree. Tamara, I disagree. I actually lived my life with a stalker and had. Oh, really? I'm so sorry. Okay. Law and Crime would not have known, to me, if it was not a big scene at Crime Con. See, that's another I'm glad you brought this up. This Crime Con thing, which she plays later on, it all plays out on cameras. Not like, okay, like cell phone cameras. And a lot of attention was drawn to this. Hey, Jamal, exactly. I'm feeling you there. Gotcha.
reaching out to them. And there was a whisper campaign is the best way to say it. It's adult bullying, it's group bullying. It's believing without seeing. Screenshots of mine have been shared. Some when I've been angry at other creators. Got over it later.
Okay.
Those have been being shared.
Screenshots are being shared. If y'all can't hear, I'm just going to. She said screenshots are being shared where I've shit talked creators that I've been angry with, got over it later. I don't think she likes her stuff being out there, which nobody does. I understand that. Trust, we've been there. It wasn't on this level, though. You don't like your stuff put out there. But this seems to be what's bothering her.
I'm ashamed of that. Maybe you can edit that later, but I'll just share everything right now. But I've owned it. I've owned that.
I said sorry.
People are the books. Thank you,
I
no
said sorry
today.
To them.
So was it that other lady I was playing? Okay, a woman had sent transcripts over of her book to Lauren here, Hidden True Crime, and it got out. Now, the problem with that is it undercut her sales in the book. If this is indeed true, I have no clue. I'm still learning. Looks like reputation management. Yep. Thank you, TPE. That makes a difference to me. If it's streamed, it's all out there. Yeah. What TPE say? I'm trying to keep up with you all as well. The ward, it was to film and there were speculation. Okay, I guess y'all are talking about CrimeCon. So anyway, there's something going on with a book. She put the lady's book out and undercut her sales. She used to be a Mormon, and they want people to, they do have, yeah, they do. They are very keen on appearances. They are.
But those people have continued on. Nobody again reaching out to me.
Yeah.
And
the
I have to
burner
be honest.
phone. Not the burner phone.
Entire rooms shunning me where I belong.
That's
where
good.
I've helped.
We need
where
a
I
break. We need, everybody needed the BNN network. I'm over it. But how about y'all? So this is a good distraction. And I'm glad. I mean, because these people will stream Britney 24/7. It's a network now, y'all. So this is a good distraction. I mean, it's not good. I don't like
given
this
my
is
entire
happening.
heart to and soul be shunned because of lies.
All right.
And of a whisper campaign and of adults who can't come to me.
A whisper campaign.
And ask me what's true and what
This is why I wish I had Pearl. Pearl, we're all going to have to go over this because Eliza has differing opinions than me and you too.
isn't. But rather go and start a cyberbullying campaign and join it and follow it.
God, don't we all?
As the lies continue, as they talk about my dead brother and my husband. And you know what it is?
See, the brother, the husband, and Buford said it's like something about her child got out there. That should have all been left off the table. But these people cannot do anything right, y'all. They always got to get so sloppy and messy. You know, one goes to the gutter, the other one goes to hell. You know, I don't like it. Shunned. They have had something that, they had to have something tangible.
Dubbed dark, like that's what John and I have been talking about a lot.
I agree,
too.
Misty.
Like,
yep, that's what I'm picking up.
I feel like I've been like Charles Vallow running around. Like,
Oh no,
trying to get people to understand what's going on and trying to figure out what's happening, and no one will talk to me.
no one will talk to me.
And then all of a sudden I get labeled dark.
See, to me, like it's like she's lost her friends or something, or they found out that you were talking shit about them and now you're upset. I'm sorry, y'all. This is giving, hey, just another troll. If Crime Sleuthin' and Katie Joy had a love child, it would make this chick. This is, good morning, Coffee and Skeletons. Good to see you. Well, afternoon now. This is, it's like a little girl who's lost her friends, you know, and she doesn't know how to deal with it. She doesn't really know how to deal with confrontation. Confrontation makes her nervous. Yes, she did, Alex. I was about to get to that. She did. She did. She did. I don't like that. That, you see, okay, the more I'm listening to this, the more I'm still just not. Y'all, I got to keep it real. I feel like her shit got out there. Now she's embarrassed and she is trying to control the narrative. So the best way to do that is to film yourself crying in bed and be very dramatic and call this woman your stalker. This, something about this does not feel right. Dark. Yeah, that's weird. I stopped there. I feel like Charlie. Yes, Cherubole. Is that not one of the strangest things to say? Like, what are you doing, ma'am? Compose yourself. Gather yourself before you come out here saying weird shit like that. And this is why some people are giving you the side eye. And I'm one of them. It's going to piss some people off, and that's okay. I didn't like that, y'all.
Yeah. And then I'm like, it's not me. I'm good. This isn't me.
Yeah, I doubt that too, Pixie. Embarrassment.
And then just wondering about this world in general. I think I've been really depressed.
Oh
Because I
no.
just think about this world
Really,
in general.
Tony.
And raising my son in it.
Oh, come on. Man.
And like, if there's any hope for kindness in this world and compassion
Anya,
and
shut up. Are you
evidence.
That's what she says.
How about evidence?
I missed that. That is very disturbing. Disturbing. Later, she compares herself to Charlie Kirk and even Tylee. Somebody says, Amanda says, why didn't one of her 4 lawyers tell her this wasn't a good idea? Or exactly, ma'am, this ain't it. Yes, Jamal, I have more questions. And now I'm starting to feel that I'm just being emotionally manipulated, or you're trying to emotionally manipulate me here, especially comparing yourself to the people you're comparing yourself with. I'm not liking it, y'all. The more we're listening, I ain't liking it. Queen Bella, this is affecting not only friendships she thought she had, but also her professional career and relationship. Yes, it will affect it for a while. It will. But she can still bounce back from this. But she's got to stop this right here. If I were her, I would come out here, make some apologies for the comparisons that she made, because that wasn't it, girl. Don't do that again. I'll shorten a live, maybe do an upload of an hour, because she wants to tell us a lot of things. I swear. You hear me, Vicky? Execute. Get it out. Don't show us all these screenshots. Just do this a little bit better. 9-hour live has made this worse for me. And now that I'm listening again to the bed scene, which is weird every time I say it, I'm not liking this, y'all.
Real journalism, when you actually go to the person.
Okay, real journalism. Hey, Smoke 'em.
Not, realizing people are complex.
She ain't.
That I'm complex.
No.
That I am who I am online. That is me. That is my genuine self. But maybe there's a little bit more to me too, that I don't show everybody. And just because I don't see it doesn't mean.
All right.
I don't know what it is that I'm not.
Yes, you do.
And if people are wondering,
I will tell you, it's been the first, well, we're only 3 episodes in. Oh my God, hun. It's so boring. Southern Sass, TLC needs to get up to date.
if I've stopped talking to more people online, my friends, my hidden gems, yeah, I have. Because I've always wanted to communicate and be close to
why
them.
are you crying? You can say all this without all this. All the friends I wanted to, please stop. Just tell us what you're saying without all the tears. Please, ma'am.
But as I've done this past year, I've learned that they actually, there's a lot of them that just want to destroy me if they don't get out of me what they want. And if I don't act the way they want me to act or say what they want me to say. Then they want to destroy me. Or if I speak up, I think a lot of this too is I've always spoken my mind. I don't know. I'm getting in the weeds. I don't know.
I think you can.
That yeah, I speak the truth. And when I see it, I say it. And when I think someone's a bully, I say they're a bully.
Ah, hell.
But I guess that means the bully comes and bullies you when they learn.
The bully
you think
comes
they're a
to
bully.
bully you.
And that people, I've just learned that people like public shaming.
They do.
I don't know.
They do. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm trying to understand you, ma'am. I really am. But you're not helping. This just feels wrong. I feel, yeah, me too. Sympathy for some of the things she's been through. Yeah, me too. And then, but the rest, it seems like it's all unnecessary. And I think this is where she muddied the waters. Did you all catch no, a poem? See, God, not a, did she really write a poem? I can't. Hey, Without Borders. This was an emotional decision and probably not the best idea. Boy, do I agree with that. She wrote a freaking poem? No. See? We're going to listen to a little bit more.
I just worry about this world.
I don't like the comparisons that she made. She compared herself.
That was cruel. Yeah. And I am human. I am human. And I put myself out there. And
Same,
for
Jamal.
those reasons, I deserve more scrutiny and criticism. And I believe in public discourse and to criticize me when you feel
They either be real.
People feel I'm not doing what's right or best in the public.
See, I'm sensing a lot of ego as well. Ego is your worst enemy. It's getting in the way. And I don't think she's seeing how she's coming off. Now, to a lot of people, they're not seeing it like this. There's a good majority of the people that are, and I don't think she's picking up on it. Like self-awareness isn't like her thing here.
I deserve that. It's not what this is.
That's a good idea, Rosebud.
Yeah. And the fact that rather than focus
she ain't really experienced
on making good art, which is what we say here in True Crime. Quality over quantity.
Yep. Hoodie,
good.
I gotta agree. I gotta agree with Hoodie. Hoodie wrapped it all up.
I had to worry about my reputation, but also other people. I worry about you, Grayson. I worry about my husband. I worry about my little
Grayson's
boy,
there with her,
who's been really affected by this.
It's like consumed.
And I have no doubt that her husband has been affected by this. I'm not going to take that away from her. Has anyone seen proof of the stalker? She shows later on an interaction they have at the restaurant, and the alleged stalker was there first. She shows an interaction where I guess she pulled a FOIA, where the alleged stalker was served with the paperwork of the temporary restraining order. She does some TikToks, maybe 5 to 7 of them. She doesn't even name her. She does not name Hidden True Crime. If you didn't know who she was talking about, well, you wouldn't have known who she was talking about. So, yeah, very short-sighted. Yep.
Lives. Because it stopped and nobody can see it. And that's what frustrates me too. People are like, don't give it air. I know, I say that every day. We move forward every day, pushing through and performing because it doesn't. We know that. And I've never reacted to it until this moment publicly. Well, I don't think this will be public, but like just.
That bothers me.
Who knows? One day it might be. Like, I just want to like record this for like.
She does.
Yeah, or if it's ever needed for a documentary or to show my little boy when he's being cyberbullied, that if I could get to it.
Okay, y'all, was her son cyberbullied? I hope not. Her name was never said. Pearl says, I just keep wondering how she would have covered this if one of the people associated with the crime exactly had been in bed filming. It's a very good question. Robin says, I don't like her bringing her family into this. She calls the victim / her victims bothered me. I'm not too impressed or thrilled with it either. Yep. She brought a lot of attention to it. I mean, that's been all the talk for the last 3 days. Brittany who? Thank God, because I'm sick of a Brittany. Very fascinating watching bloodthirsty people just salivate waiting for her downfall, not even knowing what happened. Some people are just ugly inside. They are. And I think Lana, she kind of did that to herself, though, in some ways. Instead of a 9-hour live, like I keep saying, I think she could have explained this to us better. I do understand that she had some clips that she wanted us to see and screenshots. I still feel this could have been executed better. Her repetitive use, that bothered me too. That didn't do it for me. What did Tickety say? Let me see. Hey, Mama. Let me see what Tickety said. She was accused of having an affair. Yeah, with a cameraman. Oh, cameraman. I thought it was a doctor, a cameraman. You see what's happening? Right. How to ruin your reputation one-on-one. What could she, let me see what Robin says. What could she have really texted privately that is so bad? She's right. What was it she said that was so bad? Because this has her very frightened of it getting out. And I got another question. How did, the alleged stalker worked for her? Am I right or am I wrong? I believe I'm right. How did she get her hands on 6 years of messages? That still has not been explained to me. You really kept, it's just not, why it needs to, there's so many missing pieces here, and rumor, and in the window, and who she slept with, and God, there's just so much. Well, that's a really good point, because people would rather see people crash and burn. They would. I think she's still, hey, educated opinion. I think she's still good. I think she can recover. I do. I think she's going to be fine. Once she gets through this will be like one of the worst things she ever goes through in her YouTube career. The woman is a nuisance, but she runs in the same circle. Of course, they are going to be at the same event. Yeah. No one would have ever known what this, right? I think she felt she had to do the live because the girl was on TikTok. But again, we didn't know who she was talking about. Matter of fact, I didn't even know there was a girl on TikTok. Her other producer looked at her phone. I don't know if she downloaded it, though. Okay, because that's confusing me as well. How did this lady get her hands on 6 years of messages? Okay. I think it made Lauren question what they had, because, yes, definitely. They said they did, and Lauren didn't know what they could be. I think that really, really made her nervous. All right, let's see what's going on here.
Dude. But like, if like,
let me ask you all, do you all believe that she was actually being stalked? Actually being stalked. I believe some nasty things happened to her. I believe this lady is very messy. The TikToker. I'm going to call her the TikToker. Soup. Christina took Lauren's phone on, the Rust movie site. I didn't even know that. Well, okay. I'm learning more. Thanks to y'all.
It's so hard to explain to people. Like, nobody can see it, not even my friends. Like, my dearest friends, I'll talk to them about it, and they're like, just don't get online. I mean, it's what we all want to say. That's not it. There is a consistent and constant whisper campaign going on, and they're pulling new people
Questions of perception.
And they're...
Yeah, she does.
They're trying to destroy me.
Right.
Yeah.
Eliza does.
And I don't want to have to say that they've succeeded.
And if you all have already looked at it, look at the stalking laws for Utah. She could have, yep.
But I have changed a lot in the past 6 months. And not for the better.
Yes,
I
they
don't think
do,
I'll ever be
Captain.
as kind
Yep.
or open to people that I meet at trials
That's how I feel.
or
Rose.
people I hire. I think I'm going to be less social.
Social.
I think I'm going to probably be more of a homebody. I don't know if I'll travel as much to trials anymore.
She says she ain't going to travel much to trials anymore. Whatever. Look, lady, if you want to go to CrimeCon, go to CrimeCon. Here's the thing. Women, I don't want to just put this on women. Men probably do. Okay, whatever. Just go on to CrimeCon. Don't let this stop your life.
I'll still make good work and I'll get past this.
You will. I think she met a real nutcase.
But I think
Thank
I worry about
God
John's
for her.
health. He's not healthy, and I worry. His blood pressure is up.
Oh,
He's in more pain. He's angry.
I think she's talking about John. How many drinks does she have? Well, she got a whole gallon of water, a juice, and an orange juice.
Calling fucking UNLV.
Calling you LD.
I think in some ways, maybe I can share like an observation. I've seen you almost like not question yourself, but like they filled your head with so many lies about yourself to the point where you've been like, did I do this? Could I do this? And things like messages where they've like told you that you
Notice how she perks up. She feels supported now. I'm assuming that's Grayson is going to, tell her, she's going to empathize with her. She perks up. She starts to set up. She feels better having someone understand this and agree.
talk badly about these victims and things like that. And like, I'll be the first person to say it. Like, this may never go out, but like, I went through 6 years of your private messages. It took me 40 to 50 hours. I think I know you.
For Grayson went, God dang it. Grayson went through 6 hours or 6 years of her private messages. It took her 40 to 50 hours. I hope you're paying that lady well.
Better than anybody in the world does,
You guys,
aside from John.
imagine 6 years of Facebook Messenger
Yeah.
messages,
Text messages,
text messages,
everything.
and finding out that people are saying horrible things about me because I said horrible things in private messages that are leaking. And I'm like,
Yeah, they're going to
what the
talk.
fuck?
Hey, looky here, lady. You got to know. Look, if it was leaked, let me use Be Real Pixie. We're behind the scenes talking shit about me. And I get it. You damn right I'm going to talk shit about it. Well, yeah, that's just the way it goes. It doesn't, come on now.
And like, I want to be the first to be honest. Like 6 years of messages. I hope for all of you would be afraid.
I
I
don't
hope you'd be
know.
afraid too.
It would depend on the context of these messages. You too, Lana. God, I've been live almost 2 hours. I usually end right, but we're going to go for a little bit. I don't like the word afraid. I would be very uncomfortable. Soup, I thought the same when I saw stalker in her title. Yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, no, since she goes to so many court cases and talks to all victims involved.
And so 6 years of messages talking every day. A lot of it's like bar talk, right? Like even drink.
Bar talk. Bar talk. What's bar talk? had too many and you're just shooting the shit. Now, I find it very weird that this lady was so invasive like that. What are you doing getting into people's shit like this? And then I don't like that.
Like having like a glass of wine and sitting and talking to friends, and then
Right, Pixie.
these friends get angry at you, they turn on you, and they clip them in weird ways.
Yep.
And so
I know.
I-
right?
with like Grayson,
This is
like
embarrassing.
I couldn't get a hold of it. I was so confused. I finally was like
I'm not
Grayson,
attacking her.
because I kept hearing
Who's attacking her? Who's attacking her? I haven't seen. Well, I'm sure somebody is. I'm not attacking her. I'm just giving my opinion. Let's take it easy on words like attack. I mean, if you see me chasing her around with a knife, okay. But if you're talking to me, I feel like I'm just giving my opinion. I don't feel like I'm attacking anybody. But, you know.
things I said and I couldn't find them, or then I figured out and I was like, that's so taken out of context. Like, come on.
They can't be
And so I
taken
said,
out of
Grayson,
context. I know that.
you have a new job. That was not in your job description. You are
Yeah.
to go through 6 years of my messenger messages and texts.
Yeah, nobody's
I've ever
attacking
sent
her.
since, not 6 years. Was it 5.5, 5 years?
Started
Exactly,
in,
Nanny.
2019 or 2020. 2020.
Thank you,
So
Lily.
you're about to know me better than my husband, John, because John wouldn't want to do this. And these are like probably like journals that you'd want to burn. You know what I mean? And you're like, I said that one night, but I only felt like that for an hour, but it's now there forever.
Yeah, that
So,
gets thrown.
uh,
If you don't agree with someone nowadays, they will say that you're attacking them. And I don't like that. I think we've got to stop using words that sound bigger than what they actually are. Let's kind of, maybe just say, if you're talking to me, I don't agree with your opinion on this. And maybe you need to don't ever tell people to educate themselves. That's so annoying. Maybe you need to look into this more. I can take that. But to say that somebody is attacking her, personally, I haven't seen it. And if you're talking to me, I definitely haven't attacked her. Exactly, TPE. I think people get very comfortable. Our opinions no different than Lauren gives about cases, people, families, all the time. I'm not attacking. I just think people got to chill with words like that. Don't see anybody chasing her around with a knife. That would be an attack. There's also verbal attacks. I'm not calling her out of her name. I promise you that.
and you did it. You did
I
it.
think there were 4.
She knew the assignment. how many days and how many hours?
Took a lot of days. There were a lot of nights I was up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning going through, figuring out, okay, this one, we could talk about one. I think it's really funny. Everyone has
That hard
this
for
rumor that
strong
you called
women
somebody
to
a
have
swinger, and
empathy. No.
you were like, where did this come from? I don't remember ever doing that. And I was
I was
like,
like, this person's not a swinger. I never thought this person was a swinger. What is this? And everyone's like, she called her a swinger. I'm like, she defamed me. She told everyone it was a swinger.
A
I'm
little
like,
bit. Yeah.
who the hell did I call a swinger?
so
I didn't call anyone a swinger.
I went through.
And it's okay. I get it. People get wrapped up. And I understand. People get wrapped up. And they really when I first started watching this, I was like, oh my God. This woman has really been through it. BJ, take notes. This is what, and then, the more I'm listening and, listening to other people's opinions on it, still forming my own, at this point, forming my own. I'm like, I don't know if this constitutes stalking. That's just a personal opinion. Just a personal one. And I think people get very, like I was stating, and I could see how this live that she did, this 9-hour live, if you're not looking at anything else and just what she's telling you, that you would feel only what she's feeling. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so sorry this happened to you, blah, 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 you know. But I think it's always important to look at all the sides. I really do. You ain't got to be the devil's advocate all the time, but look at all the sides. Question: if you're genuinely in fear for someone, would you attend the same convention as said person? Because she knew she was going to be there. If you knew they were in the bar, would you have security remove them so you could go in? It could never be me. I'm going in there just because you're in there. If you're trying to pump fear in my heart, if you're trying to run me up out of something, watch this. I'm going to make your life so uncomfortable as I strut through this bar, restaurant, convention. You're going to, like, I may embarrass you. I don't know what I'm going to do. But calling security, knowing that the person that I got an issue with, never. Nope. Unless, like, you know, she had really tried to do some bodily harm to me. That I don't know. I'm a little crazy, y'all. I've done explained this.
You found it on accident.
I found it. I found it, and I called you giggling, and I said, "Lauren, I found it. You did."
You're good, Smoke 'em. You're good. I get it. I can understand. You know that you feel very strong. I understand that.
Call somebody a swinger. It was because they were on a swing in their profile picture, and you made a joke, but they got clipped. That got clipped. So, like, you know, and there's been a lot of those.
It
messages.
was somebody on a profile picture of a swing. As this person will tell you, we've never been friends. And someone said, "Look at this picture of her swinging." And I said, "Why do I think she dabbled in swinging?"
Eric said, "I'm going to the next bar." That's an option too. Exactly. That's probably the better and smarter option. Honestly, don't always take my advice because I'm going in. You got something to say to me? Looky here. I'm going to make you so uncomfortable. You don't even understand. But to turn and walk the other way, no. But Eric is right. You have the option to go to another bar.
And you didn't remember it because it was.
It's never been shared outside of the text messages.
No, it was you and two other people.
Screenshots have been passed around of this, and it's actually not the real screenshot.
Yeah,
it's like, but I said it.
I mean, it was you and two other people.
Yeah.
See, and she doesn't like that, y'all. She doesn't like that these screenshots, you know, and what she has said has been passed around. I think she feels embarrassed. And that's okay. Just come out and say it. Just say, you know what? I've talked shit about some of y'all. It's out here now, and I'm kind of embarrassed. That's what it is. I'm sure so, because it's probably the first time. I think so too. She had to deal with it, especially this type of confrontation. Yeah. YouTube drama is a whole other beast because you don't have just one person and their opinions. You have a ton of other people and their subscribers' opinions. And remember, they get very wrapped up in these YouTubers. Okay. Subscribers do. And y'all already know. Let's see. TPE says, "I feel bad that her private messages were being leaked or threatened to be leaked." Me too. That sucks for anyone, especially to colleagues. It's not fun to go through. No, it's not. I hate that for her. Like, that's not cool. Like this, I'm just going to call her bitch. Not her, the one who got into all her messages. You're just remember what goes around comes around. Yeah, I agree with that too. Educated opinion. You avoid that as much as, if you feel like this person is like really a stalker, you're going to avoid them at all costs. Ernie Shell voice. Okay. All costs. You don't want any interaction with them whatsoever. I have always said people should come with a warning label. Well, wouldn't that be nice? I think social media has become the warning label. Imagine how these people act in their real lives. Yep. The Ward says, oh, sorry. Let's see what the Ward says. True Crime Tamara. I would need to look at the evidence. Yeah, that would be helpful. The evidence would be helpful. Yes. That was submitted by both parties. While I feel badly for Lauren, I'm not sure if this would have ended with a permanent RO. That I agree with so much. I would need to see, and look, I would need to see both. I need to see. Okay, like what's really going on? Not their two sides talking on social media. These two talking heads. I have followed her for a long time, so this whole live surprised me. I would have never known anything was going on. Yeah. Yeah. Pearl. Soup, you better not call my dentist. I called him a chicken shit for sending me to the hospital. No leaking messages. Don't worry, Pearl. Mad day's never going to come. I ain't going to do that to you. Oh, God. Did we ever see? Okay. Now, we see what Lauren shows, okay? I don't feel like we ever saw Proton one with all the names attached was actually from the stalker. Does anyone know? And that's the thing with Proton. Proton? Exactly, Modern Mystic. So playing devil's advocate, haha. Now to Cher's leaked messages of Ziggy and vice versa feels different. Those two are just some messy bitches. Okay, Ziggy and Cher. This is a case of let the dead bury the dead. Figuratively, I always feel like I got to say that. Those two will destroy each other on their own with no help involved. All right, y'all. I'm going to stop sharing this. I've been live for 2 hours. I just wanted to go over it a little bit more. And again, to me, clear as mud water. Like the Ward said, I would need to see the evidence. To women on social media right now, got one on TikTok being quite silly and this one being very dramatic. I don't know. Sure. Yeah, they are. Yeah. There's so much more, and maybe it'll come out in the next couple of weeks. I'm sure Hidden True Crime is watching everything. Or maybe, I don't know. She seems like she would be one to not want to hear what's being said if it's not for her. It could have come from someone else, one of the girls, or even someone else entirely. I say from now on, she'll be very careful who she has in her circle. Hot take. Could Grayson be making it feel bigger to Lauren because of Grayson's response? Not blaming Grayson, but she's young and things can seem bigger at her age. They can. And she could be. I don't know. Oh, you're welcome. I love that name, by the way. I also feel like a small circle of industry colleagues can be more damaging than a high sub count. Ooh, you ain't lying. Who'd you block, says? Soup. Read how I would have handled this above. Okay, let me go look. Casey Blues. I'm going. Well, I missed some comments. I am so sorry, y'all. I can't find it, hon. Yeah, I missed a lot of comments. I'm so sorry. Lauren is as fake as her face. Well, Lori Vallow's cousin, Megan Connor, is going to go live to share the Mean Girl names and more of those. Really? Megan Connor. Okay. I'm sure people will be watching that. I will say, thank you for that, Bufords. I will say that the TikTok lady was slicker than Baby Snot, not naming Lauren. Boy, wasn't she, though? Yes. Very TikTok-ish. If you don't get on in chat, oh, are people arguing? Thank you, mods. I'm sorry. I'm sure they are. The biggest cringe moment for me was when she broke down over the idea that the media could be in the courtroom. She's built her entire career off the pain of victims who lost their privacy. That is, yes, that's a very educated opinion. You can't say that she hasn't, because yeah, she has. That's something that cannot be overlooked. You too, Smoke 'em. Yeah, and then when it happens to her, it's a whole come apart, which some of it I understand. But then again, yeah, what is her channel? She said it on Web Sleuths. Okay. Hold on a second before we go anywhere, because I had Web Sleuth pulled up. You know, she had Grayson on. Let's see where she's at now. See, Grayson's on Web Sleuths last night. Right, here we go. Play just.
That's what I wanted to say. You can segue into something else if you want
Okay,
to.
well, I was just going to say this is going on. This is somewhat of an organized effort by a group. Again, why? I'm going to bring Stacy in. Stacy, we've talked a lot about
Okay,
this.
thank
And
you.
one of the
Megan's
things that Lauren
channel
said
is
was
the
that,
third verse. I'm going to let this play and see if I can find the link. Oh, well.
that
What?
when this person found out that through these messages that Lauren had called her annoying, and that's maybe what started it, or it was part of it. And you come back and you always correct me when I bring that up, and I want you to correct me now. What do you think this was? No, I want you to do it.
It's
I
just my
found it.
opinion. It doesn't
I
mean
know.
I'm right. Yeah,
I
it's
know.
well, I don't think the text message started the situation. I think these women
I'm
were
going to drop it
jealous,
in chat, yeah.
and that jealous, angry, just because of the jealousy, and they used what they could find to try to take Lauren down, which would be these text messages and
Right.
whatever else. Yeah.
Right. Oh, sorry, I grabbed the wrong one there. I was trying to grab something else. Hang on just a second. This is what I was trying to grab.
Here we go.
So I don't think they were the cause.
All right, I found her channel. Thank you, Bufords, for that. Let's see when if she's got a live scheduled. I don't see that she has one scheduled yet. But they talked about it last night on this live. Okay. Cool. You found it? Good. All right. So we'll keep an eye on that. Oh, there. It's dropped. Yeah. Okay. What did Pearl say? Nah, I agree with that, Modern Mystic. I don't think any of them should be. Pearl, good morning. Hope you're doing well. I agree with the resume. This media campaign could really backfire. I'm not sure the advice and support being given is actually helping Lauren. I don't either. That's what I feel personally. That's my opinion too. I feel that she's more terrified. Okay, hun, Pearl, I'm about to end. I think she's more terrified of what's coming out and the public scrutiny she's getting, which kind of comes with the territory, unfortunately. But yeah. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I am going to end it here. This is going to be the last warm day for, well, could be a while. And I'm going to do some things outside. And I might see y'all back later here tonight. I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day.